Hi guys, Nguyen from Advanced Property Strategies, and as you can see, the banter's already started with Michael Matusik. He's on very, very soon. Tonight's topic will be called "Will it explode or implode?" I thought I'd stir it up a bit. Let's see what Michael has to say, and we'll cover those topics a little bit later. For those of you who don't know me, I'm from Advanced Property Strategies. Been running workshops for a while now, and a avid property developer. And done a lot of courses in my time, helped a lot of people make money through property. I'm just going to give a quick update on what I've been up to for those of you who want to invest in the future. You can be part of my projects, finishing up Project Deception Bay and a couple at Beachmere there, which is in the Moreton Bay area. So anything you hear tonight, whether it's from myself or Michael Matusik, any questions you may ask, it's not in any way, shape or form financial legal advice. Please get legal advice, financial advice before taking any actions. It's just general comments. Just a bit about me. Written a handful of books there, done a whole stack of property deals there. Love education. That's where I got, started in my journey, learning how to make money through property and then teaching people how to make money through property as well. So that's what tonight is about. For those of you who are viewing the presentation live, it is a free webinar. I do like to give a lot of information away. Having said that, the recording itself will cost probably $10 or so for those who want to watch it again down the track. But a little bit more about that later. I've done a whole stack of property deals, mainly land subdivisions has basically been my niche. I've really enjoyed it. I've done townhouses as well. I've done a lot of put and calls in places like Wakeley, Alexandra Hills, did a few townhouse strata titling and refurbs in Mackay a few years back. That's probably nearly 20 years ago, which seems like a long time, but it goes pretty fast when you're in the property game. So this is one of our recent Deception Bay land subdivisions there. It's taken me pretty much 3 years to complete the project there. I can see my Westpac banker is on the webinar. Thanks, Ray. Shout out to Ray there. Thanks for his support there. We just basically cleared all the titles of the debt today and with roughly 10 or so sales. So super excited and happy to move on and make it all happen. So so a bit of highlights of that. I purchased the site in October 2022. We secured it in October 2021. That's why I meant 3 years in this project there. Got a long settlement, allowed us to get a development approval. We actually on-sold the site within 2 months of contracting in October 2021. We had a buyer contracted, buy it subject to DA, but he didn't end up going through with it. So we ended up deciding to develop the project ourselves. So we started the civils in August 2023, which obviously last year. The titles got registered in July, just last month there. And, the market's very buoyant, as you probably know out there. There's lots of demand for quality, good value, quality land. So, you can have land that's cheap or you can have land that's expensive. It has to be quality land. People have to be able to afford it and build what they want on it. So, some tips that I've had along the way, was able to, offset some of the extras. We had about 250 odd grand of extras, and I was able to, get some better fill and some fencing to be able to offset about 250 grand's worth of costs there. To keep the bank happy so that when we had the variations of 250 odd grand, they weren't too shocked by that. Like I said, the flat blocks were attractive to builders and buyers. There were roughly 600 square meters, which is quite a large size in today's market. And we had extra large frontages with rather than small, narrow lots. And look, sometimes, when you can do a whole bunch of blocks of land, 200 square meters, 300 square meters, you want to do them, 8 meters wide, 7.5 meters wide, because that's where you're squeezing them in. And I have no issues doing that, depending on the zoning. In this instance, we had to do them roughly 600 square meters. So we wanted to make them as wide and as attractive as possible. We talk about you make your money when you buy, as well as free blocks of land. So instead of getting 22 blocks here, which was 11 blocks per hectare over 2 hectares, we're able to squeeze an extra 3 blocks onto it. So we're able to get 25 blocks. So those extra 3 blocks of land made a huge difference to our bottom line. Didn't cost that much extra to get those extra 3 blocks. It was just nice planning, some clever negotiation with council and finding out what they really wanted and playing the long game rather than just, trying to get a quick approval. So At peak debt, we're roughly 5.8 million bucks. We're pre-approved, or we're approved for roughly 6.7 million bucks. And yeah, we're happy and glad to not be needing to use the full facility, and cleared out the bank debt just this afternoon at roughly 4 o'clock. So, in projects like this, getting investors, getting funding, it's an art and a science. You can also get private funding for land subdivisions or townhouses or whatever you're developing. Sometimes it's yeah, very expensive but necessary beast if the bank and your needs don't line up. And so, yeah, my suggestion is build your capital base over time. Some people, they stretch themselves too thin really early on, and they get expensive debt, expensive mezz debt, and the market changes, or they can't sell their blocks, or projects take too long and they get burnt. So, just grow gradually. There's no need to rush. I know that when the market's hot, everybody wants to jump in, but yeah, try to control your urges there. I know it's hard. I know earlier in the game there, it was very hard to not want to jump in with everybody else. But yeah, take your time, guys, is my only advice that I can give you on this particular niche of making money through property. So my second project that we're finishing off at the moment is Oceana at Beachmere, 12-lot land subdivision. Bought it with DA approved, and we settled that purchase in May this year. Mortgage in possession sale, 12 blocks, 300 square meters each, and very much an affordability play. So the Deception Bay one, inadvertently, it wasn't an affordable. So initially my plan was, mid fours, high fours to make it affordable. In the end, the market went crazy. We were able to sell in the low to mid fives pretty much. And so I needed to find some affordability stock. So this one here, the blocks are around about the low 300K mark, 300 square meter blocks there, but big frontages, 14-meter frontages made them unique, and 3 streets to the beach there. Yeah, we're super close to plan ceiling. We're probably about a month or so away, and I aimed to get in and out of the project in 4 months. Settled in May, was aimed to get out in September, but it's probably looking like October at the moment. Poor me, right? So 5 months in and out on a 12-lot subdivision. But yeah, no, good fun, and been able to solve all the problems that I can see so far. So that's it there. Just a bit of a snapshot before we move on, and I'm moving pretty fast. I know some of you have seen these presentations or some snapshots over the last few months, but it's always good to keep a refresher. I know a few of my investors are on this website, so glad to have you as well. So the last of the current projects that I've got on at the moment, it's Serenity, 35-lot land subdivision. Pretty funny, actually. I find this one quite peculiar. I've never done this before, where I applied for a certain number of lots and able to achieve more. It was just through a negotiation and what council wanted at the time. I don't believe that I'll probably get this opportunity again, but yeah, in this instance, yeah, we applied for 34 lots. We actually got 35 in the end. And we settled it in July this year, literally last month, 1st of July, and we were able to negotiate with the seller to start work in May, 1st of May. So we're literally, call it 3, if not 4 months into the project now, and hoping to get out of it by December, January 2025. So December this year, 2025. December this year or January 2025. So we had about 30,000 cubes of import. It's about 16 Olympic-sized swimming pools, and that's 90% done. There's some pipes there. We actually have a dual stormwater pipe system for 2 sources of stormwater, which is crazy if you get time, and it'll probably take half an hour to explain. But yeah, I've got a dual stormwater system, which is unnecessary, but the council didn't think so. So anyway, I've already had 300 grand worth of variation so far. It's less than 10%, which is always a good sign. And we've sold 20 out of 35 blocks within just 2 months of settling the site there. My secret wish is to do a 6-month in and out with this project. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, we've done well so far. We haven't had too many delays with the rain. Like I said, we had 300 grand worth of variations, which is not too bad in a project this size. Always allow for that. I had another $12,000 variation today, so I wasn't too upset about that. I knew it was coming. I just wasn't sure how much it was going to be. So some more cool photos there of manholes and retaining walls and more pipes and culverts and things like that. So I don't know what you guys get turned on by, but yeah, good stuff there. So guys, I'm just going to keep moving on so I can bring on Michael Matusik there. For those of you who are in Southeast Queensland and you see a great deal, look, I'm looking for great deals. I'm shopping and I'm looking for bigger projects, $1 million plus projects with at least 25, 40% return, 20 plus blocks there, 10,000 square meters plus. If you see something, definitely let me know. I'm looking for a great deal and happy to remunerate you handsomely for it. And if you want to work on the job, so to speak, and study it and learn while you're along the way, definitely be part of it. Ideally, I'm looking for Southeast Queensland in Logan, Ipswich, Moreton Bay, Brisbane, Gold Coast and Redlands. I've been told there is no land at Gold Coast, but fair enough, give it a crack. Yeah, so if you've got anything that comes up, definitely get in touch with my team. You find the great deals, I can fund them. My team and I can manage and bring the project to fruition. I've got town planners, project managers, sales consultants. You know, you can get a finder's fee or potentially a share in the profits, and we can do it again and again and again. So if you're interested in something like that, yeah, just shoot an email to my assistant there, and her email address is advancedproperty2@gmail.com. Just send an email to her with whatever project you've got, and we can have a look and we can go from there. It's a case-by-case scenario.